managed to track down Warhurst. He's fled back to Fort Keel with his personal guard. I also think that's where he's holding Major Grant prisoner.
And that means he controls the city's magnetic shields. We won't be able to evacuate.
Keeping us in a self-built prison. Nice. Ro, what do we know about his defensive capabilities?
It's sketchy. We don't know how many NSA troops he has. There's some good news, though. Vlana seems to have abandoned him, because he's not getting any help from the Terrans.
Okay. We're taking back control of those shields and getting Major Grant out of there. Warhurst will answer for his crimes. Alice, Drakmar has deployed Varan forces in orbit near the Astra to protect her. We should prepare to evacuate as soon as we have control of the shields again.
We'll be ready, Jacob.
First thing to do is clear out the perimeter and then work our way inward.
At once.
I'll see what I can do about finding Major Grant.
We do. We do. Appoint. At once. Yes. With order. Yes, understood. In their line of fire, they're taking hits. Up point. What's
Uranus Guderian Warhurst, you are hereby under arrest for acts of treason against the Northern Star Alliance. You will surrender yourself immediately or face the consequences.
You dare accuse me of treason, Angelus? Hypocrite! You are the one who betrayed the principles of the Northern Star Alliance by giving Morning Star Prime to that alien filth.
Come off it, Warhurst. You've been duped by the Imperator and now she's abandoned you.
I will see you dead, Angelus.
Orders confirmed. Affirmative. We do. Understood. Traveling home. In their line of fire. Enemy removed. Yes. Dropship at base. Orders received. Affirmative. We show them. Enemy eliminated. Yes, with honor. Yes, assaulting. Orders received. Without delay. Plotting better. Orders received. Orders received. Yes, as you command. Yes. Affirmative. Yes, Commander. Affirmative. Appoint. Advance. We will do. Orders received. Orders confirmed. taking hits. New target appeared. New target appeared. Yes, Commander. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Orders received. Enemy eliminated. Without delay. Without delay. Yes, Commander. Affirmative. Yes. Affirmative. Affirmative. In their line of fire. Advance. We do. Yes, Commander. Without delay. Yes, Commander. Without delay. Enemy out of action. Upgrade initiated. Taking hits. Taking hits. Upgrade complete. We're in combat. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Enemy out of action. Enemy out of action. Enemy eliminated. Vector achieved. Entering atmosphere. Yes, Commander. Without delay. Yes, Commander. We do. Without delay. Yes, enemy eliminated. Taking hits. What, sir? Yes, Commander. Returning to plan ship. We are leading this. More enemies. As you command. 2, dropship at base. Enemy eliminated. Without delay. Advance. On point. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Yes, Commander. Yes, enemy eliminated. One less enemy. I can see new enemies. We showed them. New enemies approaching. One less enemy. New enemies approaching. New enemies approaching. Hold out. New enemies approaching. We will corrupt them. Enemy out of action. New enemies approaching. I can see new enemies. They're getting stronger. One less enemy. They're getting stronger. One less enemy. Enemy eliminated. New enemies approaching. They're getting stronger. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. New enemies approaching. Vector achieved. Entering atmosphere. I can see see new enemies. Yes. Orders confirmed. They're getting stronger. Reinforcements deployed. They're getting stronger. Dropship reporting. Acknowledged. I see the enemy. Yes. Yes. Enemy eliminated. Enemy out of action. Enemy eliminated. Yes, Commander. We showed them. Understood. Traveling home. Enemy eliminated. Orders confirmed. Without delay. Dropship at base. Enemy out of action. They're getting stronger. Enemy out of action. We showed them. Enemy eliminated. Enemy out of action. Enemy eliminated. Yes, enemy eliminated. We showed them. I can see new enemies. Enemy removed. We showed them. I can see new enemies. One less enemy. They're getting stronger. Enemy eliminated. New enemies approaching. We showed them. Enemy removed. New enemies approaching. I can see new enemies. Enemy eliminated. Enemy out of action. Enemy out of action. We're in their line of fire. We are under heavy fire. Engaging enemy. One less enemy. New enemies approaching. Enemy removed. We showed them. We showed them. Yes, Commander. Affirmative. Yes, Commander. As you command. Orders confirmed. Yes. eliminated. Affirmative. We show them. We show them. Up point. Enemy removed. Enemy removed. We show them. Yes, Commander. Orders received. Yes, as you command. New enemies approaching. Orders received. Yes, enemy eliminated. Yes, as you command. Plotting better. Enemy out of action. They're taking hits. Assaulting. One less enemy. They're getting stronger. Yes, Commander. Enemy out of action. Yes, enemy eliminated. Enemy out of action. Enemy eliminated. One less enemy. Yes, enemy eliminated. One less enemy. They're getting stronger. Orders received. Bad enemies. Affirmative. Look, enemies. Yes. Yes, enemy killed. Affirmative. More enemies. Orders received. Orders received. Yes, enemy killed. Orders received. Affirmative. Orders received. Orders received. Orders received. Orders received. Orders confirmed. Yes. Yes. Bad enemies. Affirmative. One less enemy. Affirmative. Yes, enemy killed. Affirmative. Enemy out of action. One less enemy. Enemy eliminated. Enemy out of action. Yes. Affirmative. Orders received. Orders received. Yes. Yes. Affirmative. Yes. Enemy killed. Yes. out of action. One less enemy. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Enemy out of action. One less enemy. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. One less enemy. New target appeared. We destroy good. Enemy removed. Upgrade initiated. Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete. I can see new enemies. Enemy eliminated. One less target. We are being targeted. I can see new enemies. Upgrade complete. We showed them. Affirmative. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. Raksa. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. They're getting stronger. We're in their line of fire. Engaging enemy. Enemy eliminated. Enemy out of action. Enemy eliminated. We showed them. I can see new enemies. We showed them. Without delay. They're getting stronger. out of action. Enemy eliminated. Without delay. They're getting stronger. Without delay. Enemy eliminated. We are under heavy fire. One less target. Yes, enemy killed. They're getting stronger. Engaging enemy. One less enemy. Yes, Commander. They're getting stronger. Without delay. Hold out. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. We're in their line of fire. Affirmative. Enemy removed. They're getting stronger. New enemies approaching. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Vector achieved. Entering atmosphere. Bad news. Enemy sighted. Receiving flak. Reinforcements deployed. Plotting Victor. Plotting Victor. K2, we win this. We have them now. Take evasive maneuvers. Plotting Victor. Yes, Commander. Orders understood. We are taking flak. We have them now. They're getting stronger. K2, we win this. We are being fired on. Yes, Commander. Orders understood. Yes, Commander. We are being fired on. Target annihilated. Enemy dead good. Orders understood. Orders understood. Enemy out of action. Orders understood. Orders understood. Plotting Victor. Bad news. Enemy sighted. Heading back to base. Orders understood. We showed them. Enemy out of action. One less enemy. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. Plotting Victor. They're getting stronger. Plotting Victor. Dropship at base. Taking flak. Plotting, Victor. They're getting stronger. We're in their line of fire. Enemy eliminated. We are winning this. More enemies. We do. We do. Without delay. Without delay. I can see new enemies. They're taking hits. We do. New enemies approaching. Yes, Commander. I can see new enemies. Yes, Commander. Yes, enemy eliminated. Yes, enemy eliminated. We do. New enemies approaching. Yes, enemy eliminated. We showed them. They're getting stronger. Enemy out of action. Plotting, Victor. Yes, Commander. They're getting stronger. New enemies approaching. Yes, enemy eliminated. Orders understood. Yes, enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. We are being targeted. Enemy removed. We do. Yes, Commander. One less target. We are under heavy fire. Yes, Commander. Without delay. Without delay. Without delay. We do. Yes, Commander. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Without delay. Yes, enemy eliminated. Orders understood. Enemy out of action. Plotting, Victor. Plotting, Victor. Enemy out of action. One less target. One less enemy. Yes, he's dead. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. Plotting, Victor. Plotting, Victor. New enemies approaching. Enemy out of action. New enemies approaching. I detect new enemies. We are being targeted. We are under heavy fire. Enemy eliminated. Enemy removed. One less enemy. I can see new enemies. Yes, Commander. We do. Without delay. We do. Yes, Commander. Enemy out of action. I can see new enemies. Yes, enemy eliminated. Without delay. Enemy out of action. Without delay. Enemy removed. We're taking hits. Bad enemy. One less enemy. Enemy removed. New enemies approaching. Enemy eliminated. I can see new enemies. We head for battle. Plotting victor. They're getting stronger. I can see new enemies. Package is delivered. Dropship ready. Acknowledged. Enemy eliminated. Consider it done. We're under heavy fire. Enemy removed. Yes, Commander. Enemy removed. Plotting victor. Enemy eliminated. Target eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Target annihilated. I can see new enemies. We are being targeted. On point. Yes, Commander. Heading back to base. Incoming enemies.
I found Major Grant. He's being held in a prison south of the main complex.
If I get some units to smash a hole in the prison's outer wall, you think you can get him out of there?
No problem, boss. I'll be ready when you need me.
As you command. On point. New enemies approaching. Dropship at base. Enemy removed. They're getting stronger. I can see new enemies. Affirmative. Advance. Yes, Commander. Yes. New enemies approaching. Yes, Commander. They're getting stronger. Yes, Commander. Orders understood. One less enemy. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. I can see new enemies. Yes, enemy eliminated. They're getting stronger. They're getting stronger. Yes, enemy eliminated. Yes, enemy eliminated. One less enemy. One less enemy. I can see new enemies. One less enemy. We're in their line of fire. We are under heavy fire. Enemy removed. New target appeared. Enemy removed. Up point. They're taking hits. Assaulting. Orders confirmed. Orders confirmed. They're getting stronger. Enemy out of action. New enemies approaching. I can see new enemies. Enemy removed. Yes, enemy eliminated. Enemy down. One less target. Yes, enemy eliminated. Offense confirmed. Their weapons hurt. Plotting, Victor. Orders understood. Advance. We are taking flak. Yes, Commander. New approaching. Yes. Enemy removed. Enemy removed. Engaging enemy. One less target. No targets. We are being fired on. Yes, Commander. Here's more of them. Plotting, Victor. Enemy eliminated. They're getting stronger. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. We are winning this. We showed them. Look, enemies. We are taking flak. Plotting, Victor. I can see new enemies. Enemy eliminated. Enemy out of action. We showed them. Yes, Commander. Enemy removed. One less target. Enemy eliminated. I can see new enemies. Take evasive maneuvers. We are under heavy fire. K2, we win this. I can see new enemies. We are being targeted. We're in their line of fire. Yes, Commander. Affirmative. Advance. I can see new enemies. Unloading cargo. Enemy eliminated. Dropship reporting. Yes, enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Yes, with honor. Yes. Yes. Target eliminated. One less enemy. Yes, Commander. They're getting stronger. Yes, Commander. enemies. Target eliminated. We showed them. Understood. Traveling home. Advance. Appoint. Appoint. Affirmative. Affirmative. Dropship at base. Orders understood. Yes. Yes, Commander. Take evasive maneuvers. K2, we win this. K2, we win this. Plotting, Victor. Yes. Yes, Commander. Yes, as you command. Yes. We are taking flak. We're in their line of fire. Sir. Affirmative. We are being fired on. Orders received. Yes. On our way. I can see new enemies. Yes. I can see new enemies. Yes. Enemy eliminated. They're getting stronger. Take evasive maneuvers. One less target. We have them now. We are winning this. They're getting stronger. Orders understood. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. Orders received. Orders confirmed. Pragma. Negative. Advance. Orders received. Plotting, Victor. Carry out that order. Appoint. Affirmative. delay. Yes, as you command. We will corrupt them. As you command. We do. Enemy eliminated. Plotting Victor. Yes, enemy eliminated. Orders received. Without delay. We do. We do. I can carry out that order. Yes, Commander. More enemies. We are taking flak. Plotting Victor. Plotting Victor. Yes, Commander. Plotting Victor. Take evasive maneuvers. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. Orders understood. Yes, Commander. Plotting Victor. Yes, Commander. Take evasive maneuvers. We're taking hits. Enemy eliminated. Bad enemies. Without delay. Orders understood. As you command. Orders understood. We are being fired on. We're taking hits. K2, we win this. Plotting Victor. We're in their line of fire. On point. Affirmative. Package is delivered. Dropship awaiting orders. Yes, Commander. Consider it done.
We better be real careful when we start shooting inside the base. I just got wind of Warhurst goons fixing antimatter containers near the shield nodes. If they blow, they'll take half the city with them.
Enemy eliminated. Orders understood. Target eliminated. Acknowledged. Target destroyed. I see the enemy. Consider it done. We're taking flak. Acknowledged. Consider it done. Incoming enemies. Enemy removed. Yes. We will do. Dropship at base. Yes. Affirmative. Yes. Plotting Victor. I can see new enemies. Bad enemy. Affirmative. We will do. New enemies approaching. We're in their line of fire. We are under heavy fire. We do. Enemy removed. They're getting stronger. Without delay. New target appear. Yes, Commander. We're in their line of fire. Orders received. We are winning this. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. Without delay. New target appear. One less target. One less enemy. We are taking flak. Yes, Commander. We're in their line of fire. We're in combat. Affirmative. I detect new enemies. We show them. We are winning this. Bad enemies. Enemy removed. One less target. On point. New target appear. Plotting Victor. We're in their line of fire. Yes, Commander. Take evasive maneuvers. We're in their line of fire. Enemy dead good. We do. Yes, Commander. Orders received. Assaulting. On point. Yes. Orders confirmed. On our way. We do. Plotting better. Yes, Commander. On our way. Yes, as you command. On point. Advance. As you command. I can see new enemies. We do. Yes, Commander. Enemy removed. Orders received. LZ secured. Yes. Vector achieved. Entering atmosphere. Orders received. We do. Without delay. Reinforcements deployed. As you command. Yes, Commander. Incoming enemies. Acknowledged. Acknowledged. Yes, Commander. Target destroyed. More enemies. Target eliminated. Bad news. Enemy sighted. Returning to clan ship. I see the enemy. Affirmative. We will do. We will do. As you command. We will do. Dropship at base. We show them. Yes, Commander. Without delay. We show them. Enemy removed. On point. Enemy out of action. I can see new enemies. Yes, enemy eliminated. New enemies approaching. One less enemy. New enemies approaching. Orders understood. Orders understood. They're taking hits. No enemies. Enemy down. Affirmative. On point. Yes. Enemy eliminated. Yes, Commander. Enemy out of action. Orders understood. Yes. Commander. We are being fired on. Enemy dead good. Enemy removed. They're getting stronger. Orders understood. They're getting stronger. Enemy out of action. We are being fired on. Enemy dead good. We have them now. Yes, Commander. Orders understood. Enemy removed. K2, we win this. We have them now. Orders understood. One less enemy. Plotting, Victor. Enemy engaged. We're in their line of fire. One less enemy. Yes, he's dead. Yes. Plotting, Victor. Look, enemies. K2, we win this. Orders understood. They're getting stronger. I can see new enemies. We are under heavy fire. We're in their line of fire. Enemy out of action. New target appeared. Yes, enemy eliminated. We showed them. New enemy approaching. Enemy down. New enemies approaching. Enemy eliminated. Unloading cargo. Enemy eliminated. Dropship awaiting orders. Yes, Commander. Target annihilated. Acknowledged. Yes, Commander. Acknowledged. Consider it done. We showed them. We are under heavy fire. We're in their line of fire. I can see new enemies. We showed them. I can see new enemies. Affirmative. We showed them. On point. Yes, Commander. On our way. Yes. Orders received. Enemy removed. Affirmative. Affirmative. We will do. As you command. Without delay. Orders confirmed. Orders received. Yes, as you command. Plotting Victor. We will do. Yes, Commander. We're in their line of fire. Plotting Victor. Yes, Commander. New enemies approaching. less enemy. Enemy removed. We're taking hits. Engaging enemy. Enemy removed. New enemies approaching. One less target. Attacking. We're dead. Yes, enemy killed. They're getting stronger. Engaging enemy. We showed them. Enemy removed. Yes, Commander. We're in their line of fire. One less target. Affirmative. Enemy down. Yes. They're taking hits. Yes, Commander. In heavy firefight. New enemies approaching. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Enemy removed. New enemies approaching. Vector achieved. Entering atmosphere. They're getting stronger. Yes. One less enemy. Enemy removed. Package is delivered. We're in their line of fire. Dropship ready. Up point. Yes, Commander. Target eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Yes, enemy eliminated. Bad news. Enemy sighted. Advance. Bad news. Enemy sighted. We're taking hits. Target destroyed. One less target. We're in their line of fire. One less target. One less target. We are under heavy fire. In heavy firefight. We showed them. Returning to clan ship. They're getting stronger. We do. Yes, Commander. Advance. They're getting stronger. We showed them. We're in their line of fire. Enemy removed. Look, enemies. Dropship at base. Enemy down. Up point. Yes, Commander. As you command. Without delay. Without delay. New enemies approaching. Yes, Commander. Without delay. We do. Up point. As you command. Yes, enemy eliminated. Yes, we will do. We showed them.
I'm giving you one more chance, Warhurst. Give it up.
I will never betray my principles, Captain.
Orders received. We can do it. Yes, Commander. But, sir, I detect new enemies. Orders received. We shoot them. Yes, Commander. Orders confirmed. New enemies approaching. Without delay, they're taking heals. One less enemy. We will corrupt them. Enemy eliminated. Enemy removed. Plotting Victor. Yes, Commander. We do. I can see new enemies. Enemy down. Orders received. Yes, Commander. Affirmative. We show them. Yes, as you command. Plotting Victor. Plotting Victor. Engaging enemy. Without delay. We show them. One less enemy. Without delay. Affirmative. Enemy removed. Affirmative. We do. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. I can see new enemies. Enemy out of action. Enemy eliminated. We do. Yes, Commander. I can see new enemies. One less enemy. New enemies approaching. Enemy removed. I can see new enemies. Enemy removed. Yes, Commander. They're getting stronger. Enemy removed. One less enemy. They are being targeted. We show them. I detect new enemies. We're under attack. Barsa. Yes. They're getting stronger. Assaulting. Yes. Barsa. Assaulting. Assaulting. Yes. Orders confirmed. Enemy eliminated. Orders confirmed. Enemy
One shield node secure, boss.
Location. New target appeared. Get to. We are leading this. Why? They're getting stronger. Enemy eliminated. They're getting stronger. We're under attack. Yes. We are being targeted. Enemy eliminated. Assaulting. Enemy eliminated. Caught in crossfire. We are being targeted. Caught in crossfire. Without delay, we're under attack. They're taking hits. In heavy firefight. More enemies. Enemy eliminated. Enemy out of action. We are losing a victory location. We're under attack. We do. We've lost a victory location. Yes, Commander. Enemy out of action. Yes, Commander. Enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. We are under heavy fire. One less target. Without delay. Yes, Commander. Enemy eliminated. I can see new enemies. One less enemy. One less enemy. We showed them. Enemy removed. I can see new enemies. Orders received. Plotting, Victor. I can see new enemies. New enemy approaching. We are being targeted. Enemy removed. We're in their line of fire. We are being targeted. Vector achieved. Entering atmosphere. I can see new enemies. I can see new enemies. Without delay. Yes, Commander. Target annihilated. Dropship awaiting orders. Yes, Commander. New target appeared. Engaging enemy. We have them now. New target appeared. One less enemy. I can't carry out that order. Yes, Commander. Enemy engaged. Without delay. We showed them. We're in their line of fire. Enemy removed. Target destroyed. Affirmative. Target annihilated. They're getting stronger. Orders confirmed. Heading back to base. New enemies approaching. Without delay. Affirmative. I detect new enemies. Up point. Dropship at base. We're in their line of fire. Affirmative. Yes, Commander. Affirmative. Yes, Commander. Affirmative. Up point. We do. Yes, Commander. Orders confirmed. Orders received. Enemy eliminated. We are winning this. Caught in crossfire. Yes, enemy eliminated. Enemy eliminated. Assaulting. Yes. Up point. Yes, Commander. Affirmative. Affirmative. We're in their line of fire. Yes, Commander. We showed them. Enemy out of action. They're getting stronger. Yes, Commander. One less enemy. I can see new enemies. Yes, as you command. Yes. New enemies approaching. We're in their line of fire. Up point. They're taking heals. We're in their line of fire. Enemies approaching. Taking fire. Up point. We do. They're taking heals. Enemy removed. We will do. Orders received. We're in combat. They're taking heals. Affirmative. Look, enemies. Enemy out of action. Enemy dead good. We are being targeted. One less enemy. One less enemy. Affirmative. Engaging enemy. Enemy removed. Up point. Affirmative. We're in their line of fire. Up point. We are under heavy fire. We do. Evade. Caught in crossfire. They're getting stronger. We're in their line of fire. Yes. We showed them. We are being targeted. Yes, Commander. We're in their line of fire. On our way. We're in their line of fire. Advance. We showed them. Yes. One less enemy. Yes. We're taking hits. Affirmative. We are leading this. Orders received. New enemy approaching. We're taking hits. Orders received. We are under heavy fire. More enemies. Affirmative. I can see new enemies. We're in their line of fire. We are under heavy fire. We showed them. I can see new enemies. On our way. Affirmative. As you command. Plotting, Victor. Orders confirmed. One less enemy. Yes. We're in their line of fire. Affirmative. As you command. Enemy removed. One less enemy. We're in their line of fire. One less enemy. Yes, Commander. We're in their line of fire. We are taking flak. K2, we win this. One less enemy. We're in their line of fire. We do. Enemy engaged. Yes. Yes, as you command. Yes. We're taking hits. We're in their line of fire. We showed them. Enemy removed. Yes, Commander. Enemy out of action. Yes, Commander. Enemies approaching. We are being targeted. One less enemy. Here's more of them. Orders understood. Orders understood. Enemy dead good. Yes. As you command. Yes, Commander. Affirmative. One less enemy. Affirmative. 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 As you command. Yes. With honor. We're taking hits. We're in their line of fire. Yes, Commander. Orders understood. We're in their line of fire. Commander, new enemies. Yes. Plotting, Victor. Yes, Commander. Plotting, Victor. New targets. K2, we win this. We will do. Yes, Commander. Bad enemies. We're in their line of fire. Commander, new enemies. Yes, enemy killed. We have them now. Orders received. We have them now. We do. Taking fire. On our way. One less enemy. Enemy down. Affirmative. Look, enemies. approaching. On point. Engaging enemy. Affirmative. Orders received. We do. New enemies approaching. One less. We've captured a victory location. We're taking hits. Yes. Orders received. Yes. Yes. Affirmative. On our way. Affirmative. Yes. They're getting stronger. I can see new enemies. Taking fire. They're getting stronger. Use cover. We'll attack. Enemy eliminated. We're under attack. More enemies. Yes. Enemy eliminated. Enemy removed. Enemy removed. One less enemy. Enemy removed.
Another node under our control.
Understood. They're getting stronger. Assaulting. Enemy dead good.
That bastard Warhurst is trying to get away. Never betray my principles, my ass.
We've got to stop him. We can't risk him getting to the Terrans and helping them further.
Removed. Yes, Commander. They're getting stronger. Alpha. Enemy removed. Begin their line of fire. Eto. Enemy removed. Up point. Yes, Commander. We destroy good.
Warhurst is in the dirt, boss. We got him.
Up point. We are winning this. Yes, Commander. Enemy eliminated. We do. New enemy approaching. Enemy down. We're under attack. I can see new enemies. One less enemy. They're taking heals. One less enemy. Use cover. We'll attack. Enemies approaching. Enemy eliminated. They're taking heals. Yes, Commander. Assaulting. Yes. Enemy engaged. As you command. Affirmative. Yes, Commander. We do. Without delay. New enemies approaching. Their weapons hurt. Enemy out of action. We showed them. Enemies approaching. Alpha. Glorious victory awaits. Engaging enemy. Enemy out of action. Yes, Commander. Yes, Commander. Orders received. Plotting, Victor. Orders received. Enemy dead good. We have them now. Yes. Enemy eliminated. Enemy removed. We showed them. Use cover. We are attacked. Yes. Enemy eliminated. You not interfere. We're under attack. Evade. No enemies. Orders confirmed. Without delay. Yes, Commander. I can see new enemies. Evade. Aksa. Plotting, Victor. Enemies approaching. Enemy out of action. Watch them fire. We destroy.
That's all of them. The shields are back under our control.
Enemy down. Yes. See new enemies. Engaging enemy. Yes. Their weapons hurt. Within their line of fire. One less enemy. Their weapons hurt. Yes. No enemies. Assaulting. Yes. Glorious victory awaits. Orders confirmed. Orders confirmed. Orders confirmed. Their weapons hurt. Their weapons hurt. Enemy eliminated. Enemy out of action. Up point. I can see new enemies. On our way. Glorious victory awaits. Assaulting. We do. Affirmative. Orders received. Yes. Affirmative. Plotting, Victor. Up point. Yes, as you command. As you command. Advance. We're in their line of fire. Orders confirmed. We do. Affirmative. On point. Affirmative. Enemy eliminated. Orders confirmed. LZ secured. One less enemy. Yes, Commander. New enemies approaching. Enemy out of action. Without delay. Yes, Commander. We will corrupt them. getting stronger.